guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Sylvia and Koree Bichanga is the name of our channel. If it's your first time here, consider subscribing and like the videos, comment, and let us know where you're from. We love interacting with you guys in the comment section. But today's video, actually, I'm just going to be taking you guys with me. I'm doing some laundry, and I know I had done a video of an African home tour along with how they do their laundry. But today I just wanted to show you I don't do my laundry that way. I tried when I first came, and my husband was like, no, that probably won't work. He's like, you're just rinsing out my clothes. He's like, you're not even washing them. So that's one thing that we invested when we first got married. We bought the washer and dryer. Not dryer, but spinner. Washer and spinner. And so today I'm doing some laundry, and I just wanted to show you guys how I do laundry. And I know for my American audience or overseas audience, I know I have some people from Canada and other places in the world too, but for y'all it might not be as interesting as for my Kenyan audience, because I do know that a lot of them, I've noticed since I'm here, even barely middle class people usually have a maid or somebody that comes and does their laundry, which I think is pretty cool. You know, it gives them a job, takes workload off of yourself. But for me, I just decided to get the washer and the spinner, and I'll show you guys how that works today. So let's get in today's video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So just a heads up, today's video might be a little bit noisy because of the company carrying on right beside me here, and I have the doors and windows open because I'm doing laundry. And also the kids are really noisy, but hopefully you can still hear me okay. So I'm gonna start by showing you guys the soap that I use. It's nothing organic or healthy. I usually use the Sunlight brand 2-in-1. It's called a hand wash powder, but I use it in my washer. This is the Downy packets. So I was out of Downy this morning, and I have a little shop just right outside my building that sells these for 20 shillings a packet, which is 20 cents. So right now I'm just using these. It's like one per load for the Downy because I don't have the big jug. And just like that, it starts raining. How wonderful. I was gonna hang some clothes up on our rooftop. If you haven't seen our rooftop, it's really pretty up there. But I'll just hang the clothes around the house right now. It looks like hail, or else really big drops. Yeah, it's just really big drops of water. Alright, so this is actually the washer that I use. It's called Air Dry, and you can see it has the side for washing and then the side for spinning. And I apologize, I don't remember the price for this. But we bought it at Quick Mart, which is like a local supermarket. So on this side is where you can wash your things, and honestly it takes really big loads. Like right now this is a comforter, like for a bed, it's a king size comforter. And last night I was washing the car mats for Corey's car, so it really takes big loads. And so right here you adjust the wash setting up to 15 minutes, or you can do less. I usually do about 12 for washing, 9 for rinsing. This lever I have not figured out. It really does nothing, so I always leave it on wash. So here is where you can attach your hose to put the water in, but actually I just keep my hose right here, and then I actually attach the small end to my water spigot right here, and it's close enough that it just reaches right here, and so I just fill my water up from here actually, and it works really good. So then there's the, I usually just keep it on heavy, like for the load. And then I have the wash and rinse button. That's where you put it when you're washing or rinsing. And then you can put it down on drain. And then I actually have my drain right outside my porch here. And so I just drain the water out. And there's a little hole right over there in the corner where the water goes down and out. So that works pretty good. So then the spinner has this lever right here, and I usually put it all the way up to 5. And I put my laundry in here, and after I have everything in, I put this inside, making sure that these sides are inside, not like sitting just on top, but inside the barrel. I'm trying to do this with one hand, like this. And then you just close this lid and this lid, and it spins it almost completely dry. It literally, if I hang it out on the roof, it will dry within a few minutes, and I can even hang it here in the house and it will dry. So that's the washer that I use. So you can see how full I'm able to make this. This is all the dark clothes. I like to separate them, lights and darks, and then doing the towels last because they kind of make fuzzies on everything else. So here is the blanket that's spinning right now. So when I lift the lid, it will stop. But you can see how I put this stopper on top, and it will spin out that blanket almost dry. So you need to, if the machine starts shaking too much, you need to like take the clothes and readjust them until it's spinning on high and the machine is not moving. So now I've added my soap on top. I'm trying to talk a little bit loud because this rain is something else out there. So after putting the soap, I just attach this part to here, and I put the other end right in here. Usually like to pinch it there to hold it in place. And then close the lid and make sure it's on wash and rinse, because this opens and closes the drain, of course. So then I just start the water, and we'll fill it up till around this point right here. So yeah, that's it. So one thing I forgot to mention about the washer and dryer is that I actually, after washing, I put it in the spinner and spin all the water out. Then I put it back in the washing side and put Downy water in before I put it back in the spinner the second time. So I like to spin them in between the washing and rinsing, just to get all the water out before rinsing them. So yeah, just wanted to add that. So one thing that really works good with this washer is that it has the spin cycle. And if you're used to washing your clothes by hand, you know how hard it is for big blankets and even towels. It's so hard to get the water out of them so that they dry. And especially in rainy season, like right now, it's just early afternoon and already the rain is here. Like it rains almost every day. So, you know, your clothes have a hard time drying. So that's one thing about the air dryer, the spinner. It's really good for those blankets and towels that you might have. All right, so because of the rain, I'm actually gonna hang up my clothes here in the doorways. I just opened the windows so that the breeze can pull through. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and hang up my clothes to dry inside. It says 50% American, 50% Kenyan, 100% awesome. I got it for my husband when we were dating. So while my laundry is in the washer, I am actually going to be making fried ugali. And for the Kenyans, they might never have heard of that. But back at home, it's kind of like fried corn mush. I know it's more of a southern thing, but we lived almost in Kentucky, I guess. So fried corn mush is something that our family has enjoyed for a long time. So I'm gonna be making the ugali and then showing you how I fry it and have it with eggs. So first of all, I'm taking a sufuria and I'm adding some water into it. And we're gonna get that water to boil. And I like to put a little bit of salt in the water. I know a lot of people are like, no, ugali and salt, no. But I just put a little bit of salt in the water. And then once the water is boiling, I'm gonna add this. This is premium maize flour. And this is pretty much mashed potatoes for the Kenyan people. Like the way we have mashed potatoes or potatoes with almost every meal, they have this corn flour. And it's literally cornmeal that's white because their farm-raised corn here is white in color. And so you can see how it's just a coarse cornmeal. And I know Kenyan people that go to the States, they actually buy the yellow cornmeal and they make it for their ugali. So that's what we're making. So right here are my eggs. I'm frying them as I'm waiting for the water to boil for the ugali. A little bit of salt and pepper on top of there. I haven't eaten today yet and it's afternoon, so I'm really hungry. So I actually decided to fry up some kale as well. They call it sukuma wiki, but it's fried kale with tomatoes and onions. And our water is boiling, so let's get to pouring the ugali in and stirring it up. I have my wooden spoon here to stir it. So we're just gonna dump in a little bit at a time, not too much. And stir it around and let it boil, and then we'll add more. like you can see, it's a much thicker consistency. And right now I'm just stirring it around, and I'm leaving the heat on, and I'm just trying to get all those pieces of cornmeal stirred up together. And it's even okay if the bottom burns a little bit. It actually adds to the taste of it. So after making the ugali, I am going to press it into this pan and let it set for just a little bit before I cut it into slices. So I put just a tiny amount of oil in the pan to make so that it doesn't stick too much to the pan. So now you can just smash it into the pan until it's even. And this part is just to make it easier to fry. More consistent size and thickness to make it a little bit easier to fry.
So it's still pretty hot. I'm going to try to go in with my hands.
So now we have the pan over here getting ready to fry. So we're gonna cut this ugali. And then I'm gonna cut right down the center and split them in half. All right, so here we are, ready to go. Let's get our first piece out. You want it to be about this thickness. So here's our first piece. All right, and now for really the magic part of all of this to bring it together is while it's frying on both sides, I put salt and a little bit of garlic powder over it. And I know a lot of, even my clients out when I used to go hawking, they would tell me, oh, I don't like garlic, I don't like garlic. And then I would give them a pizza and they would love the pizza. Well, the pizza had a little bit of garlic powder on the top. So if you think you don't like garlic, just give it a try. Put a little bit on top. It's super amazing, and it goes wonderfully well with fried eggs. So now you just let it brown on the one side, then you flip it and you put the salt and garlic on the other side. Alright, so now we're just going to start flipping these. So you can add a little bit more oil if you want. And then we just finish off this side again with salt and garlic powder. Alright guys, I think that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys for coming along with me today as I did laundry and as I made fried ugali. Hopefully you learned something today, and I will see you again soon. Bye! The camera. So this is the first step of the samosa. They are called samosa.
And this one is the first step.
Uh-huh.
Then we take it like this.